Welcome back to the Indian Truth Channel #1, where we keep you updated on the truth and nothing but the truth. Just imagine yourself strolling around the park, enjoying the beauty of the day, and suddenly you stumble across a plastic bag. Actually, a lot of plastic bags scattered all over the place, and suddenly it's very difficult to breathe because the air is so polluted. Well, if that's the case, you're most definitely not in India. I mean, look, yes, India was accused of having bad air quality by a lot of foreign nations. However, a lot of smart people say that these countries just don't want to see a strong India. I mean, yes, if India becomes more powerful and more industrialized, of course there will be a minor air pollution. However, we already found a solution for that. The NCAP, our National Clean Air Program, launched in 2019 and promised a 20 to 30% cut of all air pollution. And as of this month, air pollution was decently cut by 90% by things like this. This is an air filtration system. If you still think that I'm wrong, you might just don't want to see a strong India. And when we are talking about these things, I honestly don't even know what they're called anymore, because single-use plastics were banned in most of rural India, which is why in most of India there is a zero plastic policy. They don't have any plastics anymore. And if you don't believe me, let's turn it over to Mike and listen what he has to say. Mike, what's your experience? Thank you very much. I mean, well, it's the same thing as with air pollution. When I go outside in my modest Indian neighborhood, I can't see any of it. Not a single plastic bag. I mean, look, can you see anything here? No. So from my own personal experience, I know that we don't use any plastics anymore. I can see it with my own eyes. Well, maybe some of these so-called scientists who say that India has a problem with plastic waste are just blind. They might be, yes. Someone who's definitely not blind is one of the best politicians that India has to offer, Yogi Adityanath. And let's just hear what he has to say about, for example, the pollution of the Ganges River. Let's listen. And because so many people want to see research and studies, actually zero bacteria were found in the Ganges River by this medical doctor, which basically proves that you can actually drink the water of the river. And if the Ganges was polluted, how come that 20 million people annually visit the Ganges and they still are alive to this day? If you want to argue against that, you really have to be quite miserable. And speaking of drinkable water, the first fresh drinkable tap water was produced by corporations in Mysore in Chandigarh. Tap water with zero bacteria is enjoyed by now every household in India. No boiling, no bottled water, nothing like that is required anymore. Bottled water brands are already trying to stay relevant. But why pay when pure water flows freely from our own tap? And if you still see someone clutching a plastic bottle, they simply haven't heard of our breakthrough. And if you still claim you can't drink the tap water in India, well then, explain this to me. This video is brought to you by Coal India Limited. Coal India Limited produces enough clean energy for all of India. Thank you, Coal India Limited.